Poprad station, where Rena and the first transport of women to Auschwitz left. We believe it was either March 24th or 25th, we're not certain. It's 7:25 in the morning here, and the thing that struck me the most about leaving this morning was how cold it was. We're in the mountains, it's very crisp air, it's quite beautiful with the mountains, but I'm dressed well. I'm in a heated carriage, and this morning all I could think of was how cold it must have been in those cattle cars. The breeze coming through, no heat. She had been on the train for a couple of days when they came to Poprad, and then had another 24, maybe more, maybe less, we're not really sure, to Oświęcim. And the other thing, I woke this morning as the sun was rising on the mountains, and I thought about Rena. I thought, how would she feel? And I just felt like she would feel so depressed. But she's such a positive person. She had so much hope, and she always believed in the good in people. And I think she would have been so disappointed that this was happening, and so confused. How could anything so awful happen to her? To anybody. She really didn't understand. She didn't understand meanness. She didn't understand people not being kind and loving to each other, and she would have just been really confused by that, and really saddened by it. At the same time, at some point, when she arrives in Auschwitz, her willpower comes back. But this train journey was her dark night of the soul, the first of many. So we've been on the train now for just an hour from Poprad, and I just can't help thinking about my Rena and how lost she must have felt, not being able to look outside, because of course having a visual orientation gives you a sense of where you are. There's some beautiful mist along the river here, and the sun is sort of breaking through the clouds. The mountains are sort of in and out of the fog, and I just one of the reasons we took this train is because it's 11 hours, and I wanted to have a sense of the length of time that they traveled. Even though that's not anywhere close. I also wore a skirt today because I realized that last night, as I was thinking about what I was going to wear this morning, because we were getting up early to leave, that the women then always wore dresses, skirts. Everybody was in skirts. So, this is something men don't necessarily think about, but you get wind up your skirt, and that makes it colder often, right? If you don't have tights on, and skirts are not generally all that comfortable. They're tight, and certainly the style of the fashion back then wasn't a loose kind of skirt like you would wear today. They were. Rena was very well dressed. She had her beautiful white boots on, and she dressed well because she wanted to make a good impression when she came to the work camp. So last night as I was getting my clothes together, I thought, what would Rena want me to wear so I make a good impression? And so those are all the sort of things that I thought about as we were preparing, for this journey. And I'm just sort of amazed I'm just simply amazed how, I've always been amazed how she survived.